This is your AFN Misawa News Break.
You know, being a firefighter, it's about helping people who are potentially in danger. So it's given me a sense of purpose that I know that I can go out there and help these people if they need it. To me, being a firefighter means being able to put my own life on the line to potentially save somebody else's. Just be able to drop everything in an instant and rush out in potential danger and to be able to help people who need help.
Meet Airman First Class Wesley Weibel, a first-year firefighter with the Misawa Air Base Fire Department.
So every morning, we will pull the trucks out of the stalls and we will test the pumps. We'll check the equipment to make sure that the trucks are in working order. We'll make sure that the truck is full of water, gas, all the fluids are in check. And that way, when we need to respond, we're ready to.
These firemen are required to undergo training every day to ensure that nothing is missed if a fire or medical emergency is called away.
Typical day at the fire department, we'll start with roll call at 8 a.m. in the morning. After roll call and shift change, we'll be in truck checkout. After we complete the truck checkout, usually people will go their separate ways and work on their own training, or we'll go to the training room and have a discussion, a lecture.
Whether there's an emergency call to answer or not, there's always work to be done around the firehouse.
And we usually do cleanup around the station. Trucks need to be cleaned, the stalls need to be cleaned, equipment needs to be inventoried.
After what is considered a full day of work for the rest of the base, the crew transitions into a sort of on-call status.
Usually at about 1600, we'll go into our standby mode. People can exercise if they choose, they can eat dinner, rest, relax. If they have online classes they're doing, they can take time to study. But we are here for 24 hours until 8 a.m. the next morning.
The saying in the kitchen is, if you didn't cook, you clean, whether you're the chief or the new guy.
It's not all glamorous and rescuing cats out of trees or dangling from a ladder. It's hanging out of a burning building like you'll see in the movies.
Wax on, wax off.
But it's what needs to be done, and you know we're ready to answer the call anytime it comes in. Whenever that bell rings, whenever the sirens go off, we're ready to answer. So at 0800 every morning, the other shift takes over. We pack our gear up, take it off the truck, and go home. Do it all over again tomorrow.
In the case of a national emergency or natural disaster, Misawa's fire department personnel go into a full-time duty status until the situation is resolved and the all clear is called. Petty Officer Benjamin Kittleson, Misawa Air Base, Japan.